Hello, I'm Ed Nodlin, co-founder of Jetstream Innovations. I'm going to answer the question, what is GapCross? I'm reminded of my introduction to the first spreadsheet program, VisitCalc. I thought this looks cool, but what can we use it for? Here's an image of a blank spreadsheet when you first go into it. To start off, GapCross is blank slate, just like the blank spreadsheet. But instead of cells organized in rows and columns, GapCross provides questions, information, and instructions organized in sections. GapCross is a codeless program development platform. This means anyone can create programs without having to write software code. So when I go in and start a new program, it's blank, but there is a button for adding sections and a button for adding questions to those sections. Programs can be quickly developed for assessments, formal audits, procedures, data collection, checklists, employee onboarding, training, and many more. Like a spreadsheet, GapCross is open to your creativity. GapCross was designed for gap analysis, assessments, audits, inspections, checklists. Users started building GapCross programs for procedural applications. We realized that an assessment is basically a repeatable procedure, in this case, to assess something against specific criteria and requirements. With this, we realized we can start using GapCross ourselves to document, manage, and perform our own procedures with high reliability, built-in process deviation management, and traceability to meet our quality policies. So, in short, GapCross applications include a mix of asking questions and providing step-by-step instructions or informational guidance to create and use programs that identify gaps, provide procedural workflows, collect data, validate results, and securely retain records. Here's an image of GapCross. This is our deployment process, and you can see the sections in here. I have the production preparation section opened up. We got general information, everything around our deployment planning, all of our staging deployments where we're doing our testing, and the other sections. I'm in a question here, which actually has been triggered by a question in the deployment plan, if there's any functional changes. And in my preparation here, it's telling me that there are functional changes and see the deployment plan for the list. So I would just click up here and I could go get that information. I'll show you more in some live demonstration here in just a little bit. So there's a lot of reliable quality features that are built into the programs that you create. The most important, I think, is the fact that you're capturing your business knowledge when you build these programs. And from there, you can manage and deploy that business knowledge so that your entire work staff is always using up-to-date and the latest procedures or latest assessments that you have. Collaboration of applications, so multiple people can work on developing an application or work together while using the programs that you build. You can flag corrective actions or deviations in procedures or create new flags. You can track to-do tasks and review responses to corrective actions for completion. Whether you're setting flags or responding to flags, you can attach documents, take pictures, and then you got the evidence of what you're doing and evidence that those corrections have been made. You get instant report creation with flexible options, and you can share your reports easily with stakeholders. You get secure and verifiable record retention. There's logic rules, scoring, and a lot more, just not enough time to go over it in a quick overview. So with that, I'm going to jump into a real short, quick demo here. I got to find the right button on my other screen to bring it up. Here we go. So here I am on my program dashboard. I can see my programs. I want to find one on workplace safety assessment. So I'm going to jump over to here in this top one and go into edit mode. We looked at what it looks like when you're using a program. This is when you're authoring. So right now, if I just pick the scope section, I can see all my questions on scope. And there's questions in here that'll cause the sections or various questions to become active or not using logic rules. I'm going to go down into facilities and jump into this question here. And this is where I can edit my questions or information. I got a tip in here, the type, what answers I want as the options. Scoring options here. I'm going to change the weight. That if you get this wrong, it's going to deduct 3 points off of your scoring. However, it is a graduated scoring, so 2 of the answers are considered correct. And then you can see the percentages of that score that you get, depending on the type of answer that you respond to it. This question also has a reference. Again, this is an OSHA assessment. And when you're using the program, the user can click on this reference and it'll instantly take them out to section 1910, 151, section C of the OSHA regulations. The other thing I want to show you real quick is what a report looked like. Now I could jump right in here and test that application or click a report, but I have one here real handy to show you. In this case, it's a report from our deployment plan. And so up here at the top, I'm going to select our default layout and all of our options. I'm not going to get into the options today. You can see it, put my logo in. It has the scoring. It's telling me about flags that are set up. Then I get into the general information, my program, my, what I want to say, deployment planning answers, all our cycles through staging. We had 7 of them in this cycle, you know, and down through the section. So I get this whole report all the way through to deployment. So with that, I'm just going to say, if you have any questions or want to learn more, you can go out to GapCross.com, sign up, get on. There's some free assessments that you can acquire in our marketplace dashboard for you to play with. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of us at info@jetstreaminnovations.com. Thank you.